What if I told you it was more than just the color? Marquette's championship blue, popularized in the 1970s by head coach Al McGuire. So we decided to ask some of Marquette's biggest fans.
What does the color championship blue mean to you?
It's a big word.
It's a reminder of the greatest era of Marquette basketball, easily.
To me, that just it represents the great history of Marquette basketball, and especially when I think of championship blue, I immediately think of 1977, the championship, and just we have a rich history, and I think that color kind of just it stayed with us, and that just represents that history that we've had.
There's so many great players that came from Marquette.
Dwayne Wade, Al McGuire, Doc Rivers, the list could go on and on.
There's definitely a swagger there. I think that's like a really good word for it. Like when the players put on that uniform, they get out there and play exactly like, the past players play.
It's a constant reminder to them of the greatness they can achieve eventually.
I mean, I think Al McGuire was obviously the first one to set this tradition so strongly. I mean, when you look back at that team, that championship team, he had so much passion for the game. And I think that Marquette grew more and more from that. Even if we didn't have another championship after that, we still wore the uniforms with pride, and we still wore the blue with pride, even in like the toughest times, the best times, and I think that's the biggest thing for Marquette.
They know about all the rich history that we've had, and they want to continue it. And they know that putting on that Marquette uniform is something to be proud of.
How often do you see like the 1977 stuff? I mean, in this gym, everywhere on campus, that's all everyone talks about. We have an Al McGuire night. Like, that's how important that time was for us and for our history, just as a school, not just sports history, but just history as a school in general. So I think it's important to us. It's my favorite. It's always been my favorite jersey. And I think it's just a good reminder of just the best times in this program's history.
Reporting for the Marquette Journal, I'm Chris Reisner, Marquette Wire Sports.